And they have your eyes, like there's like a metal device that keeps your eyes open and everything, but I was afraid I'd like somehow manage to close my eyes or like fuck up and like look everywhere in the wrong way and have things. Hello, I got LASIK done yesterday here in Vietnam, and I realized it's a topic that a lot of people have questions about, or I know I definitely did before I got it done. One of the big benefits of getting LASIK done in Vietnam is the price. Medical tourism is a pretty big thing. In Vietnam, dental tourism seems particularly big. I wouldn't know, my teeth are perfect. But besides dental tourism, there's also, I guess, maybe eye tourism? Anyways, whatever. The thing is, LASIK here, I paid about $1,200 USD for both of my eyes to get done. From the research I've done online in the US, it would cost about $4,000 in the US to get the same procedure done. So it's about a quarter, or it's almost a quarter of the price of getting it done in the US. And then of course, the second question most people have after how much does it cost is it safe? I obviously wouldn't have gone and done something to my eyes if I didn't think it was safe. I'm an incredibly visual person. A lot of my entire career is like based off of what I can see. Basically, with the hospital I went to, Bệnh viện Mac, Saigon, I had a couple of friends do it before me, and I waited several months to see how they were doing. Everything seemed to go fine, and then I decided to go ahead and get LASIK done at the same place. Another question a lot of people have when this is LASIK all around the world is, does it hurt? You will be given anesthesia for your eyes. So even though when you hear about what is done in the procedure, which I really don't want to repeat because it's disgusting and I hate thinking about it and it makes me want to faint. Basically with like cutting eye flaps and I just hate that word, eye flaps. Anyways, with all of that, like it sounds terrible what's done to your eyes, but you don't feel a whole anything. Like I think there was one point where the doctor was taken, or the surgeon was taking like, I don't know, something that seemed like a brush and like brushing my eyeball, and then I realized, I'm like, whoa, I think she's just like brushing something on top of my eyeball, but I don't feel a thing. Like I just see something being brushed on top of my eye, like a windshield wiper situation, which is crazy. I would say the worst thing about, or the scariest thing about the whole laser eye surgery was just I was worried I would fuck up. Like you're supposed to look at this light and keep looking centered, and I was afraid. And they have your eyes, like there's like a metal device that keeps your eyes open and everything, but I was afraid I'd like somehow manage to close my eyes or like fuck up and like look everywhere in the wrong way and have things like tear up and like a disaster situation. But I think that didn't happen. How long does it take? I think most people, once they start researching LASIK or asking friends who have done LASIK, the actual procedure itself is probably under 5 minutes. The thing that does take a long time, and this may vary clinic to clinic, is the waiting time, the processing time, prepping you so you like get numbed by the anesthesia. So I was in around 8 a.m. and I was out around 12:30. So that is quite a significant amount of time to spend there, considering the whole operation lasted less than 5 minutes. Something I wondered afterwards is, what is the recovery time like? So I came out of the hospital about 12:30 p.m. and I would say by 6 p.m. that evening, after I took a nap or so, I could see pretty well. I wasn't in any pain. Yeah, and then as you can see right now, it's less than 24 hours later, I'm filming a video and things are fine. But I do want to say there are some things to consider that I didn't realize before getting LASIK. I think this applies anywhere inside or outside Vietnam. Some things to consider is, before you get your consultation, you're supposed to stop wearing your contacts for a while. Because the thing is, contacts alter the shape of your eyes. If you have hard contacts, it's really going to alter the shape of your eyes. If you had soft ones like I did, It's not as big of a deal, but it still changes the way your eye is shaped. So that's why I had to wear glasses for a week leading up to my surgery. I have seen some instances online where they suggest 2 weeks, a month, 6 months, things like that. So I would ask the place you're going to first before your consultation what they recommend. So that's one thing to consider. So if you have any big important events coming up or something to wear, like an activity you're doing where wearing glasses would be impossible, think about timing that. Also, in terms of timing, think about the fact that for me, why I was pushed to do laser eye surgery now, like exactly now, and not 1 week from now or 2 weeks from now, is that I'm planning on going diving in Borneo with my sister in about a month for my birthday. Tough life, I know, because they don't suggest that you swim in these kinds of like lakes or oceans or whatever for the first month. Another thing to consider is that you do have to wear these ugly goggles for about a week afterward. You can't wear makeup for that first week, and then like for the first couple of days you can't really like fully shower either in case tap water gets in your eyes. For me, I have a photo shoot coming up. So dumb. I'm so dumb. Anyways, but I do actually have a photo shoot. I did have a photo shoot coming up this weekend, but once I realized the whole goggle situation, I had to contact them and ask that they reschedule it for the following week because there's no way I'm wearing this to my photo shoot. Another thing for ladies to consider is that you can't have eyelash extensions for about 4 to 6 weeks afterwards. You can't have eyelash extensions on, but just afterwards you can't get new ones for about 4 to 6 weeks. So that's something else to consider for people. Any activity that could involve facial touching, I would avoid in general, which is why I got a facial beforehand and a couple of massages beforehand to hold me through these next couple of weeks. There were many other factors. Some things don't really apply or didn't really affect my life. Like, oh, you shouldn't like get sweat in your eye for the first like week or so, or like exercise the first couple of days. For me, I personally don't exercise that often, or wasn't planning to in these next few days anyway, so it didn't really affect me. The whole showering thing doesn't really affect me that much either because I don't like to I barely sweat because I'm always in air conditioning, so, and I also don't like to take showers that often because I don't think I smell, but I mean, I don't think I smell. Also in Vietnam, it's pretty easy to pay someone to just to go to a hair salon and have them just wash your hair. Again, I know my life is really difficult, but these were the things I had to deal with. I don't know, apply them to your own life, whatever. So, LASIK in Vietnam, I will follow up on this video in probably about a week or so, just to like loop back on exactly how I was doing, because when I did go to the doctor today to check on my eyes, I couldn't read anything. It's okay, it's been a day. I'm hoping in the next few days maybe it'll get better. Also, who cares? It's like little tiny letters from far away. Who needs to read those things anymore? I'm not in school, I don't need to read a chalkboard. All I need to read is like big street signs, and then as long as I've got that, I think I'm pretty good. All right, so check in a week. It's been 1 week since I've gotten LASIK, and I just wanted to follow up. I went to the doctor's today and they showed me the eye chart, and I felt a lot more confident reading it this time. I thought I got pretty much everything right. Unfortunately, when I went to go leave the room and I had a closer look at the eye chart, I realized I basically got every letter wrong. I just thought I got it right, but whatever. Confidence is key in life, so it's okay. But the doctor checked it out. Everything seems good. The only problem is that my eyes are a bit dry, which fair enough. They were very dry when I had contacts. And so, yeah, I would say that so far LASIK has been a success, and I definitely recommend anyone in Vietnam or thinking about taking a trip to Vietnam to look into it. As a friend in America was saying when I told him about it last night, he was like, wait, so LASIK in Vietnam is about $1,200. In America, it's $4,000 to $5,000. which means that you could take a trip to Vietnam, get LASIK, spend maybe like $1,000 in a month here, fly back, and still save about $1,000 getting LASIK over here. So that's another good way to look at the whole situation. But anyways, that's all I have. So any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and have a great day.